Okay, now we're on to the demolding. One thing I did want to show is that, as you can see in this cup right here, it's got that nice white on the bottom right there. That is the resin when it's fully cured. Again, the reason I like to use these plastic cups is because you can reuse them once again. Um, that makes it easier so you're not using so many cups to have to sit there and go through constantly. So again, plastic over paper because paper does not last long. So we're going to go ahead and start with the demolding. This was our little piece with the radio. So just kind of pull it apart and looking it over, I'm thinking it's a little too soon, but then again, the other part I guess I should have mentioned is temperature control. If it's too humid or it's too cold, you will have longer curing times. You can't really see, so I'll have to take some actual physical pictures with a camera that actually works properly to show, but this radio piece turned out really nicely, not a single gap in it. So again, it all comes down to mixing and pouring. I'm going to touch this one last because I'm not 100% guaranteed that this one's going to work out perfectly still. This is our grenade pouches. And again, very nice. So when I go to actually use this piece, I just got to trim off this resin that if I even just do it right now, I can just, no, it's a little too solid still, but nice pieces. Now onto the head. Oh. Yep, I went too much on the mold on this one here, so I've got a lot I've got to cut off on this one. But it looks really good. I think I might end up remolding this one altogether though, because it's got this nice little Russian star there, and if we're trying to make this plain, we want to go ahead and get that sanded off. But as for the rest of it, looks pretty solid. I have to say I'm rather impressed. But as for the rest of it, I mean, like I said, I'm going to be cutting a lot of this off right here, so this right here is excess. And then once I actually get this cut off, I'm going to be sanding it, or sorry, hollowing it out so that you can actually fit it onto the figure. And then at that point, I'm going to remold it as a two-part mold so that I can cast multiples of just the hat itself. Now onto my questionable part. Let's see what kind of success we get out of this. So as you can see, it filled over here nicely, but there's nothing to catch it, so a lot of resin went out. We don't want that. Never wanted that in the first place. Ooh, look at those nice little pouches right there. Get that, put it on your figure. Boom. Now we got some added detail. So, if there's any questions, always feel free to ask. I'm also going to be putting these on YouTube for future reference. Actually, that actually turned out pretty nicely with that little gap in there. Follows the chest line just nice. I'll be placing these videos on YouTube as well, because I know once these go on to the actual group pages, they get lost over time. Then 5 months down the road here, we'll be asking, how do you do this? How do you do that? And we'll just cover the bases this way because I list a lot. I forget myself. So any questions? We'll go from there, and hope you enjoyed this.